To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
Currency is typically, is either a note of account, that you basically keep an account of how much money you have. It's a store of value, and it's a medium of exchange. Now, think about crypto from each of these three aspects. And here, especially, let me cite this example of, about a decade back, this guy actually paying 10,000 bitcoins for buying 2 pizzas. Possibly the costliest pizza ever, bought, which is now, it's like 400 million a pizza, right? What that conveys is because of the intrinsic volatility. If, for instance, today I want to go and buy a pizza using crypto, I would rather say, maybe a month later, actually, it'll be double, or maybe 20% higher. Why should I pay now, right? So that's the aspect with the medium of exchange. Similarly, when you come up, with currency being a note of account or also a store of value, in both cases, you actually need, absence of volatility. I think, and these are, while stable coins are actually coming in, and I'm sure some people here might have questions on that. Maybe Q&A we can actually get into this, but there are important questions relating to stable coins as well. So as a currency, I think there is something I'm not convinced yet. Second aspect that I must mention is, and as a financial economist, whenever I look at a financial innovation, the question that I ask myself, that's the bottom line. How is it going to benefit the real economy? Bottom line, the only question that matters to me as a financial economist, even though actually I teach finance students, but I will ask them saying, how is this going to benefit the real economy? Otherwise, actually, I'm not convinced. And, and I give this example to my students. Let's say you and I decide to play cards tomorrow. We start with, you have 10,000 bucks, I also have 10,000 bucks. At the end of the day, you may have all the 20,000, I may have none, right? But at the end of the day, we would have actually done nothing economically meaningful. Money has changed hands, but we have not added anything meaningful. But
still 20,000.
Exactly. There's transfer. But together, between the two of us, we still have 20,000, and that's a very important point. Now, if on the other hand, that 10,000 were actually put in, let's say, for a project that is going to generate 15,000 more, absolutely, I'm all for it. And I think these are aspects that we have to keep in mind. We have to make a distinction between crypto as a currency, and that is where I think the CBDC is something that actually, worth thinking about. I'm not convinced that crypto as a currency for all of us is something that works well, because there are instances, in China, for instance, there have been many examples of Ponzi schemes being built. 5 million, a crypto, operator vanished with $5 million. SEC had to stop, an ICO, an initial coin offering, which promised, and just imagine what is being promised. 13 times return, 1,300% in just 1 month. Okay, this is basically what was promised in an ICO. So these are aspects that you have to be very careful about. So to summarize, make a distinction between crypto as an asset versus crypto as a currency, number one. Second, actually, when we think about crypto as an innovation, it has to actually contribute to the real economy. For instance, Jan Dhan account as a benchmark, right? Enormous value to the real economy, because you're actually taking care of poor who basically couldn't have access to finance. So like that, you have to actually ask, that's the second question. And third, you have to actually still ask whether as a currency, it still satisfies the fundamental premises that is actually, that we look for in a currency. I am not convinced at this point it does.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share, and subscribe.